What is going on, YouTube? It's Chaz here, and this video might be a little different as you're seeing. I'm actually live on Twitch right now. If you want to check it out, link in the description. I react to Timberwolves games, stream some Apex. Other games, suggest down in the comments below. Just a disheartening performance this week from the Vikings. It's at this point we should just lose out. We shouldn't beat the Lions next week. It'll just affect our draft pick. We are 100% eliminated from the playoffs now. No 2% chance or whatever it was to make it. So yeah, let's get right into the weekly grades, I suppose. Just some notes I took during the game. Fun fact, this was actually the first game that I turned off, or I didn't turn off, but I couldn't watch the end this season. I just couldn't. It was kind of ruining my Christmas a little bit. First half, I missed the first two drives. I was on the way home from my grandparents' Christmas. It started out good, I guess. Defense struggled, but offense was solid from what I heard. Defense just straight up sucks. I wrote this about 3 times in my notes. We were really sharing the rock today, as what I heard on the radio. Everyone was getting a touch, which is what we should be doing all season. But is what it is. Next drive, I actually saw with my eyes. It was a 3rd and 3. We decided to throw a deep ball to Justin Jefferson. Kind of questionable play call, but it is what it is. What if I rather handed it off to Dalvin or done like a little short out route or something? Eric Wilson saved a touchdown from Kamara. He would have had 7. He saved a receiving touchdown. We'll get into Kamara's touchdowns later. I wrote playoff scenario low-key doable here because it low-key was. I was looking at the Cardinals. I'm like, they could lose to the 49ers and the Rams. Bears could definitely lose to the Packers. All we have to do is win out, basically. But as you see, that didn't happen. Boone got a nice touchdown. Harrison Hanya had a nice pick, jumped a route on Jared Cook. He had a pretty solid game today. Honestly, only person on the defense besides maybe Eric Wilson that had a decent game today. I wrote don't let the defense get hot because they got a pick, and we saw what happened with that. We did get a 3-and-out though, but our offensive drive after that resulted in 2 runs and taking a sack. If it's 3rd and long, the Vikings are taking a sack already. It's just so predictable. They just rush 7 or 8 guys. We don't have a right play call, and Kirk just gets destroyed. It was a terrible punt after that too, and right here after that, Eric Wilson dropped his first pick of the game that he should have caught. So, yeah. And we also had some very questionable time management at the end of the first half, but I'm not going to get into that. Second half here, we needed a score. It didn't happen, but we did get a pick. Kirk was pissed off the whole game, entire game. But we did end up getting a pick there from Perry Nickerson. We had practice squad linebackers out there today, so Kamara was going to have a field day regardless. Dakota Dozier's terrible. Don't know why Brett Jones doesn't start over him, but it is what it is. Thought we were going to fake a punt at midfield. It was like 4th and 3. We did not, but we got the pick there. I said, will we score off this? Because I did not think we would, but we actually did. Got a nice little touchdown. Made it a close game. But, of course, Dan Bailey, this is the turning point in the game. Missed the extra point. Flipped the momentum. It's awful. Once again, defense sucks. That's probably the 3rd time I've wrote that. Refs help us for once because they were giving us some, not ticky-tack calls, but, close calls. Irv Smith almost dropped his 2nd touchdown. He went to his knees. It was kind of terrifying. Eric Wilson dropped his 2nd pick of the day. Not good. He should have 2 picks today. Drew Brees should have thrown at least 4. Drew Brees is washed, as that says over there. Yeah. And then the 2 drop picks that we had resulted in 2 Saints touchdowns, I believe. So just unacceptable. Can't have that. Start of the week, I'm going to give it to the offense. I guess. No one really stood out to me. Kirk had a pretty good game. But honorable mentions anyone but the defense because the defense is atrocious today. Kirk Cousins here, I'm actually going to give him a B+. He was 27 for 41 for 291 and 3 touchdowns. Just solid game overall. 110 passer rating. Didn't feel like he played this well, but most of it was because we were down so much we were forced to throw the ball. But he was solid. Yeah, so on to our running backs here. Dalvin Cook didn't get a chance to get going, really. I'm still going to give him a B. Had 15 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown with 2 catches for 12 yards. You know, it's hard to get going when we're down 30 points and we allow 50 points. But, you know, got to come back next season. Defense coming back. We got Kendricks, Danielle Hunter, Barr. You know, we'll be better. Hopefully draft some defensemen. Or possibly O-lineman. We'll see what happens. Definitely going to make a mock draft video for the Vikings. Maybe first round for the whole league as well. So I'll be tuned in for that. Post it sometime in the next probably month or so. Amir Abdul had a carry for 13 yards on a little jet sweep. And then Mike Boone had a touchdown. CJ Ham, I forgot to take him out. He was out. So I'm not going to give him a B. But he probably wouldn't have made that much of an impact anyways. Maybe Delvin would have had 90 yards instead of 73 on 15 carries, but, you know, just unacceptable from the defense today. Justin Jefferson, I'm going to give him a B. Same with Adam Thielen. Jefferson had 6 catches for 85 yards on 10 targets, so it's a pretty good game. Route running is pretty elite, in my opinion. Adam Thielen, 8 for 97 and a touchdown. Solid game, bounce back week from last week because he did not have a great week last week against the Bears on 9 targets. Kyle Rudolph was out again. BC Johnson didn't really make an impact, neither did Chad Beebe. Irv Smith, definitely best player, or best bounce back week. Last week he was honestly terrible in the run game and in the pass game. Don't know if he had any nagging injuries or anything, but he was just not good. But he had 6 catches for 53 yards for 2 touchdowns today, so almost dropped his second touchdown, but I'm happy with how he played. Tyler Conklin continues to impress me. Just proves that we need to move on from Kyle Rudolph. Need to get his contract off the books because these two are pretty solid, honestly. Conklin has been a very pleasant surprise this season, and I think we can roll with them going into next season. O-line here, not good. Just not good at all. They're getting a D+ for me. They only allowed 2 sacks, but it just was not good. Mostly Dakota Dozier. He was terrible. They gave Kirk decent time, unless it was third down. Third down pass blocking, as you can see, was dog water, so to say. It was not good. Dozier just sucks. Don't know why we don't start Brett Jones over him, as I said earlier. He just gets blown back on pass plays. He's a decent run blocker, I'll give him that, but in pass plays, it's bad. D-line here, just D-. Notables, DJ Wanham made his first start. When that's your I can't even talk. It's just so bad, our pass rush. When that's your top highlight for the D-line, that someone makes their first start today, it's not good. They're not good in run defense. Armon Watts had an okay game, but definitely not a defensive tackle of the future. Mataafa, Hercules played all right, I guess, but they just no pass rush at all and just bad overall. And I'm excited for Danielle Hunter to come back next season because that just proves how good he is and how dynamic he is and how he demands double teams because our sack numbers are way down compared to last season. Linebackers here, this is the lowest grade I'm going to give them all season for the sole fact just injuries. As you can see, 3 of our top 4 linebackers are out. Just give them a D+ here. Kendricks, Davis, and Dye were all out this week. The run defense was abysmal. When you have Eric Wilson as your top linebacker, you're not going to have a very good defense, in my opinion. Eric Wilson is an extremely good complementary linebacker, so to say, but he does not thrive in the run defense. He's a pretty decent coverage guy, but we just look small out there. What was number 48's name? Was that Nickerson? I don't know. He looked like a long snapper. Not good at all. No, that was Lynch. Lynch looked like a long snapper out there. He led our team in tackles, though, but I'm not going to give him a notable because we let up 50-some points and 6 rushing touchdowns, 7, including Taysom Hill, so not good. DBs here, I'm going to give him a C-. I debated D+, but There wasn't really much covering to do. They were getting torched today, though, I'm not going to lie. But what else is going to happen when we have to rush 8 and we still can't stop them? This just leaves too many DBs, too many rookies out there on islands. Gladney missed so many tackles today. He's been very solid tackling this season, but he just missed so many today. It was bad. Hand got torched early, Harrison Hand, but he had a pretty solid game, honestly. Special teams wise and covering, he was pretty decent. He had that pick, of course, but he's not going to be a DB of the future. Maybe special team gunner guy like he did today. Dantzler was nowhere to be seen today. Sam got torched once or twice. He's been extremely solid today. Very pleasant this season. I mean, very solid the whole season. But he just did not look like number one corner today, what we need him to look like. And overall, just Anthony Harris here needs to go. He doesn't give any effort, doesn't want to win, doesn't put his body on the line like Harrison Smith does. Harrison Smith didn't have a great game today, tackling-wise either. But Anthony Harris just needs to go, and he's not going to get the contract he's looking for. It's just kind of disheartening the way he plays, honestly. I don't know. I'm just going to move on from that. Special teams here, Bailey misses another extra point. They're getting a D-. The punts weren't good at all, honestly. This unit, like I said, the unit cost us too many games early on. I said that last week. And I'm just so sick of momentum swings based off on extra points, us missing extra points, because that actually happens. You miss an extra point, and the team's like, oh, we got this now, because I don't even, it's unacceptable. We can't have that, and it happens way too often, because we were right there. It was 24-20, about to kick the extra point, missed it. Game was never close again. Just wasn't. It's rough. Honestly, if we had an average defense, we would be a 10-6 football team. 10-6 at least. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Vikings fan or I'm biased. It's just the truth. Our offense is very solid. You don't see many games where a team scores 33 or how many points they had and they lose. So overall, that's just how I feel. If you enjoy this content, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Peace.
We've been walking through the forest with blood on our hands. We got lost in such a foreign land where we could be free. We could be free.